Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to
This is the kind of show. This is the kind of show we always dreamed of doing.
Impossible.
Welcome to motherfucking Detroit, goddamn.
Yo.
Alright, motherfuckers. I know y'all been waiting on me for the last couple of days, especially y'all on Facebook. But probably especially y'all on YouTube as well, because I haven't been here in, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 days now. So yeah, and Facebook, they mad at me right now. I'm waking up to a bunch of inboxes cussing me out about me telling everybody that I was going to be doing podcasts and chill at 10 o'clock. They said, damn it, Mark, you ain't never on time. I got a good excuse today. But y'all not gonna understand the excuse unless y'all come to the podcast and chill meet and greet on March the 1st, because I have a big announcement to make. Okay, at the meet and greet that I'm not gonna talk about publicly on my Facebook or YouTube platforms until after March 1st. Okay. So if you're in my subscriber group, I meant to post it. I'm going to post it tonight on my Patreon page for those of you that are subscribed on Patreon. And I still have to look into YouTube to figure out how I can communicate with my people on YouTube to send y'all the link, especially everybody that's members, all of the subscribers on, I don't know if this is called subscribers on YouTube, but members, all of the members that have been supporting by signing up and sending super chats and all of that type of stuff on YouTube. Yeah, I'll be checking on Little Mark tomorrow. Little Mark's mom is acting like an asshole right now, so haven't talked to her in a couple of days. Volume check. All right, volume check. Oh, shit. Why every time I do that, it buffers the signal? Every fucking time. I just noticed that. I need to open up my sound check before I start the show to avoid whatever that issue is. Oh, shit. Yeah, sound check like a motherfucker. Goddamn. Mic check, 1, 2. All right, so as I was saying, yeah, man, I have a good reason to being late tonight. I've been celebrating solo for the last, 24 hours now. I let y'all know on Facebook that I had a real important business meeting yesterday that I am elated. I am fucking elated to be able to tell y'all about real soon, man. Like I told y'all, I'm gonna make y'all real proud, man. All of the people that's been supporting, and and I've been holding this situation for quite some time now. If you know me, it's real hard for me to keep good news to myself when I have things going on. But I did real good with keeping this one shut mouth and not letting y'all know. But it's time. It's about to be time. It is almost time. For those that are in the subscriber group, y'all already know a little bit about what's going on. So y'all shut the hell up. That's why you're a subscriber. You're a subscriber because you want to know exclusive shit before everybody else. So it don't make no sense for you to share your Netflix account, right, for the people. And another thing that I meant to say is for the people who are on the waiting list, on my subscriber list on Facebook, please inbox me and screenshot me your proof of your waiting list proof, so I can actually give you your discounts on your tickets to the meet and greet, because those discounted tickets is only available for the meet and greet for the subscribers. That discount was only available for the subscribers. So yes, I love this for us too, Stacy. I love this for all of us because this is a monumental moment in Detroit independent business history. Once again, I've made my way into the record books in the city of Detroit. So we'll talk about that when the shit happens. I feel like they need to re-up on my exhibit at the Detroit Historical Museum. I feel like they need to do me another exhibit. I feel like I need to put the news van in there and a couple other things. I got a few monumental moments and some artifacts that I feel like we should redo the 7 Mile Radio exhibit at the Detroit Historical Museum. Cause it's about to be a lot of shit. Y'all gonna be proud. So let me see if I can do something right now. Hey, Kajane. Hey, Kajane Monet, can you inbox me real quick so I can send you this link to the Eventbrite so you can post it in the comments for everybody who want to get tickets? Send me a message real quick, KJNA, so I can send you this link. I'm about to open the phone lines in a minute, man. I'm just trying to get this link out. What's up to everybody on YouTube? I see we got a nice amount of people here right now, so why don't we do a quick check-in, man? Everybody let me know what city and state that y'all tuned in from, especially all of the new viewers. I know I get new people tuned in all of the time now, so shout out to all of the new followers and friends and subscribers and all of that on Facebook and YouTube. And y'all, I had to take a break, man, over the last day or so when it comes to the news stories. I really need to focus on my events right now and all of the new things that I have on the horizon. And it seems as if, just like I said, whenever I post one type of story or one story, I get hit with 5 or 10 new ones. And when I tell you I've been like overwhelmed in the last 2 days with missing people, news stories, missing cases, it's just ridiculous out here. And I don't understand what's going on. It's really an epidemic of missing kids and shit. I mean, it's not like we didn't know that already, but I mean, within the last couple of days that I posted 1 or 2 stories, I mean, damn, it's just story after story. And all of these stories are, I know y'all probably like, well, damn, Mark, why you didn't post it? Because a lot of these stories, I feel like they require a little bit more in-depth observation than just a simple Facebook post. A lot of these posts or a lot of these children on these posts are already being shared and viral across social media, but I don't feel like the stories of what's going on with them and their parents and the whole climate of the situation is not being focused on or not even being known about. So with me right now being media crippled right now, with the media van being in the hospital, right? Because y'all still ain't helped me get the damn news van out the hospital yet. News van still in the hospital. Y'all want me to come out and go here and go there and check on this person and check on that person, and somebody here sleeping out in the cold and over there sleeping out in the cold. Mark, I need your help. I need you to pull up. Well, Mark D can't pull up right now to do no shit because Mark D needs the community's help to get the van out of the hospital again. Well, not again, because it's the first time. So yes, I'm going to pass the collection plate around a little early today. Because we ain't getting no chicken pita today. We getting a damn transmission. We ain't getting no chicken pita today. We getting a transmission. So let me put the collection plate up there early, and I'm probably gonna do it 2 or 3 times today. So yeah, y'all know what to do. We just gonna get tonight's broadcast started just like that. Y'all want me to do some more news? Y'all help me get the damn van out of the hospital so we can hit the road, Jack. That's what y'all can do. So, without further ado, we'll open up the phone lines and get the topic of discussion cracking for today. Let me see. Occasion name. Hey, do the screenshot. Occasion A, if you in here, I know she's in here. If you can, go ahead and spam that link in the chat for me while I open up the phone line and let the shenanigans begin, because we know it's going to be some shenanigans. Y'all missed me. There's a lot of people been hitting me up asking me when I'm going live. Y'all talk about this. Y'all want to talk about that. So let's open up the phone lines and chit chat. All right, the phone line is open. Let me throw the number up there on the screen. For those of y'all that ain't got it saved in y'all phones. I know a lot of y'all got the phone line saved in your phone. I get calls and texts on the damn phone line all day. I keep telling y'all that my admins, right, have access to the phone line as well. So a lot of y'all sending text messages and they're not coming to me. Right? I really wish y'all wouldn't waste y'all time sending them long-ass text messages or any text messages at all, unless they're about business. Because they'll never reach me, right? The only ones that's going to reach me is the ones that are actually about business. So when y'all want to call or rather text, all of these sweet nothings, right? Y'all want to text me comments about this story and that story that, I just want to share my opinion. And it's like, okay, your opinion is falling on deaf ears because I'm not reading that long ass shit and I'm definitely not repeating it on any of the shows. So you're probably just better off not even texting it. I know how emotionally charged a lot of these stories that we cover and get people, but yeah, texting me on the phone line is null and void. It's no point. Those comments will never make it to the show. So, hell yeah. Who that said? Queen Alexander, you damn right. Mark, let me get my damn sound effects out. That's what I'm missing. Somebody just said, Mark need 50K too. Damn it, you damn right. You damn right. Where's my sound effects at? Shit's loading up slow. There they go. Yep. I need my 50K too. So how many said we need to get you some Wi-Fi too? I don't think it's the Wi-Fi, actually. I don't think it's the Wi-Fi. I think it's some other issues as far as that's concerned. Because I'll be honest with you, this issue didn't start happening until I started streaming on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. So I think it's something besides the Wi-Fi. So just to let y'all know, see, I don't understand why y'all always send the live. Well, I mean, y'all watching it, not me. But like on my end, I got a green light over here. It usually turns red when the signal gets choppy, when my feed is bad. Right? My CPU is not running too high or anything. My frames per second is normal. So I really don't understand what it is. I'm with you. I'm reading no damn long ass paragraph. Yeah, I'm not fucking with it. So I have an event on March 1st as well as March 30th. So all of you business owners out here, I need y'all to get with me because I'll be doing like a business expo, like a pop-up if you want to call it, but it's going to be a business expo marathon where I'm going to be live for 5 hours maybe, and I'll be interviewing all of the vendors at the event, right? So it's going to be a big-ass pop-up, a live stream pop-up, basically, okay? So you want to get with me on that for March the 30th. So I'll be putting all of the flyers and the promotion out for that real soon. But the meet and greet is the first thing that I'm concerned about. Well, I ain't even gonna say worried or concerned about because I already know it's about to be a good event. I got my DJ already booked. I got my food vendor. I have my edible vendor. What else? Oh, I got somebody bringing a platter of what you call that tray of meats and crackers and cheeses and shit. I got some of that coming. What else? I think I still need a drink vendor. I need a dessert vendor. And I probably have room for maybe 2 more vendors of whatever kind of business you all have out there to come for the meet and greet. Right? Anytime I have an event, I like to have vendors in the place because I believe in circulating the black dollar, and we have a group of people in the room. We should have some small businesses there providing some products or services for the people that are there. You know what I'm saying? So all the events that I have will be featured some black businesses in the house. Did you hear about the mother from Pontiac, Michigan? Yes, I definitely heard about that woman from Pontiac, Michigan. My shit $100 and mine be messing up. Yeah, see, it's the internet. Like technology is gonna technology no matter. Oh shit, I'm on kung fu mode. Darius, you know I hate that shit. I hate being on kung fu mode. That should have made me restart the broadcast. I have 1,000 people. That'll make me restart. Let me see something. Is the phone line? So the phone line is open, but y'all haven't called yet. Y'all not ready to talk no shit yet, huh? Yeah, what y'all said over there, Karakuchi board. So I'm gonna have a Karakuchi board there. Yep, I'm gonna have some Karakuchi at the event. Am I pronouncing that wrong? I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. I do cakes, brownies, and pies from scratch. KJ, like anything that I say that I need out here, you say you do it. If I say, yeah, I need a transmission, you're going to say, yeah, I do. I'm a full-time mechanic, and I can fix your engine and your damn transmission for a slice of pizza. And then she's going to say, I can cook you a whole pizza. You can come up to my job and get you a pizza and shit, and then come in the back, because I make all of the desserts. Right? I make all of the desserts in the restaurant. Then if you get too full when you at the damn pizza joint after you eat the pizza and the desserts, I'm an Uber driver. And I can drive you back home if you're too full to drive home. And then if you get too full when you're at home, then I'm a masseuse. I can get you a massage when you get into the house. Like KJ do every damn thing. Yeah, old girl is disgusted. I'm talking about old girl from Pontiac, Sierra. See, and that's what makes it confusing to me now. Ever since Facebook started this bullshit where I have to connect manually, now my shows don't flow in sync, and the comments are not lined up as far as what I'm talking about. Man, I ran across a story where this little boy, the 15-year-old boy that's being shared around social media right now, he was actually kidnapped by his mother's boyfriend after the mother found out that her boyfriend was bisexual. Okay, her mother, her boyfriend's younger son is actually bisexual, and she caught her boyfriend's youngest son, I believe, molesting or doing something with her other youngest son. Okay, and because her child's father is not around, her boyfriend, who is bisexual himself, has taken a liking to her oldest son and trying to mold him with the father figure energy, but at the same time is getting in his head on another level. So she knows that her son is with her ex-boyfriend because some type of a way they know that he's been communicating with him via the video game. She said she contacted police, and the police is not taking it serious again, of course, for whatever reason. And the boy's been gone for a week now. So she was on the phone with me yesterday, and she said she talked a lot of, gave me a lot of details, and that's why I feel like it was important for me to go and visit her and let her speak about everything herself, because it is a very crazy situation. Charcuterie. All right, thank you, Carolyn. So, yeah, man, that situation is crazy. It's a crazy, and as well as, oh man, I believe the 17-year-old girl that I shared, who is actually the niece of one of my old podcast clients, and if I can remember the story with her all the time, and that's another thing. It's so many stories. It's hard for me to remember all of the details because I get hit. I mean, it's probably about 4 or 5 stories in my inbox right now, and that all really deserve attention. And it's hard for me to get to everything right now because the news mobile, the mission mobile, is out of commission. Where am I having the event? You'll know where the event is when you buy the tickets, right? It's a private event. A lot of my events tend to be private events because I have such a large audience, and we know that there's a lot of weirdos that follow my page, right? Know it's a lot of weirdos that follow my page, so I don't do events a lot of times where people can just walk up and walk in and, hey, I'm here. No, you got to buy a ticket. So for one thing, I don't know the people that bought tickets and how many people I'll be expecting at the event, right? But that's just the way to keep the weirdos down. I know y'all gonna say, well, Mark, a weirdo can go online and buy a ticket. Yeah, I know that, but at least they spent their money and shit. That's the goal of having an event. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if they show up and act weird, they'll be dealt with accordingly. So, I'm not worried about that. As one time we've seen at my news van, like when we had the launch party for the news van. For y'all that came to that, we seen what happened there. So I hope nobody tried again. Y'all got me feeling like I'm by myself tonight. Nobody's calling the phone line. Yeah, it's a whole lot of shit happening. It is a whole lot of shit happening. If you pay attention, they had no hygiene stuff and stuff was not working. Yeah, it's that's some another crazy situation about those kids in Pontiac whose mother left them. How many of them was it, y'all? It was 4 kids or something like that she left, or was it 4 years? I know it was 4 years, almost 4 years, or somewhere around 4 fucking years that she left the kids to fend for themselves. I think there was 15, 13, and I believe 2 more younger ones. And the way that house looked was fucking scary, man. The way that house looked was scary. And I seen a lot of people saying, hey, well, the oldest one was 15, and, at 15, I would have had enough sense to do something about that situation if I was 15 years old. But you got to think, I mean, if if they weren't taught any better, I mean, the situation probably wasn't too much better when Mama was around. I would imagine. You know what I mean? So if that was their living conditions that they was already conditioned to living in, then what was they going to do to make anything better at 15 years old? I don't think that was a good observation to blame the kids in that situation in any shape, form, or fashion. When you had a mother that left them there in that shit the way that she did. Yeah, I know, Dee Dee. I know. I see that. I see that I've made Detroit news a trending thing amongst all of you all's favorite YouTubers all over the nation now. You know what I mean? We got a lot of people that follow me and can't wait till I go live so they can find something else to post about. I am the central nucleus of a lot of the content that's coming out all around social media from Detroit now, from what it looks like. I don't really know how to feel about that, because y'all know it's a whole lot of people that want to twist narratives up and shit. Motherfuckers even trying to slander me, right? They want to discredit me. They want to turn the city against me, which they see is pretty much impossible to do, to try to boost themselves up, right? And we got a lot of dumbasses. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of dumbasses, but we got some dumbasses that's falling for it, right? Even down to the tune of people that have begun to follow when it existed, follow a fake Facebook page with my picture on it, because people are so naive, right, that they'll believe any fucking thing that they see on social media, and people know that. So that's why it's easy to make a fake page of somebody, because they know that there's a lot of naive asses on social media. That's the reason why I said, one of the main reasons why I said, I feel like the internet needs to have grade levels, no different than school does, right? Because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that's still in kindergarten. Right, a lot of motherfuckers rode the dial-up bus to kindergarten. Right, they don't need full-blown social media access and privileges, because some of them are not computer literate, social media literate enough to handle some of the content that comes across the screen on social media. Some of these motherfuckers is in kindergarten. Oh, it was only 3 kids in there? You said, Mark, did I go in the house? Did I go in what house? Had people coming at me like I blame the kids. Wasn't my intention. I don't know what you said, Portia, on YouTube. Yeah, that's all they knew, man. The kids were sleeping on pizza boxes, for God's sake. The kids were sleeping on pizza boxes. TZ, I'm so far west. That's the reason why I'm asking and trying to round up friends for the ride too. Well, guess what, TJ? Guess what, TJ? I will tell you this. I will tell y'all this. The location is actually on the west side, right? I know I told y'all in the beginning that it was going to be at a private location downtown, right? But we made some adjustments. And that's the reason why I had the location to be announced, right? Because I had a couple of locations in mind to do this at. So, considering the setup and a couple of other components that just happened over the last couple of days, I decided to switch the venue for reasons that will be disclosed when we have the event. But yeah. So make sure y'all come, man. I can't wait to tell y'all this shit, man. It's like I'm itching right now. I want to say it so bad, but I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, it's a sad world we're living in because we have a lot of naive people in the world still. We have a lot of people that believe anything that they hear, anything that they see. We have a lot of people who lack confidence, who lack self-esteem, who will integrate themselves with a group of people, any group of people that they can. They'll say and do anything just to fit in, or do or say anything just to uh, create a fan, a group of people around them that like them. You know what I mean? And they'll use whatever they can to tear other people down, right? And have this parade around them of retarded people cheering them on with their nonsense. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of, right? I don't have a problem with content creators, you know, using my content and having a conversation about the things that I cover or whatnot. It's a lot of people that have reached out to me respectfully, right, and asked me, can they use the content, right? They appreciate what I'm doing and they see the impact that some of the stories that I have I've covered and the information I put out there. So they want to, regurgitate some of that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the people that's disrespectfully just taking it, spewing it out with bullshit and lies. And a lot of motherfuckers is believing it, and it's actually good that this is happening though, right? Because it's separating me from the people and my audience. It's separating. It's like it's sifting out all of the bullshitters, right? Just like when that fake page popped out and there was so many people sharing it, and then when they delved deeper into it, a lot of people seen that it was lies, right? And they felt fucking horrible, right? There's a lot of people that was on my friends list, right, that was sharing that shit, and I done deleted them, and now they're back on my fan page in the inbox apologizing, and wonder why they didn't get a reply, right? Right? Because you motherfuckers was loud with the disrespect, but you quiet as fuck with the apology in my inbox, especially you motherfuckers that didn't even goddamn know me, right? You want to share this shit, right? Act like all of this shit is true, posting all, comment or making all of your smart ass, dumb ass comments, right? You was real loud with that shit, but then when you find out it was bullshit and motherfuckers make you look like a dumbass on your own page, then you want to jump in my inbox with the silent apology. I don't respect that shit, right? Especially from you motherfuckers that don't goddamn know me. You didn't even know me in the first place and shit. You didn't know me to post that shit about me in the first place, but now you want to inbox me and apologize and say we want to talk, man. I want to talk. I don't want to fucking talk. Now you want to kumbaya and be my friend and shit. Why would I befriend a motherfucker that already showed me he was a goddamn snake before I even encountered a motherfucker? I know how to treat a motherfucker what they show me that they are and shit. Now you want to kumbaya and apologize and shit. Jump in my inbox, be friends. No, fuck that. I made a comment and I made it seem like it's blaming the children until I took myself out of the picture and realized just because you're a mom doesn't make you a mother. Yeah, absolutely. So fucking absolutely. And what I don't understand, right, ladies, and don't attack me on this, right? Don't attack me on this, ladies. Some of y'all might agree though. I don't understand that anytime uh, uh, a father don't meet the expectations of what the mother feels like he's supposed to be as a father. He's a deadbeat, right? Oh, he's a where's the daddy and shit? He didn't buy the one pair of socks that I need one extra pair of socks, and the daddy didn't buy it and shit. The whole shit is the daddy's fault, right? And then when it's the deadbeat mothers, when the mothers is fucked up, right? It's like, oh, it's the dad's fault. Where's the dad? It's the dad's fault. I don't give a fuck what a woman does wrong. What's going on in a woman's life that's fucked up? It's always tied back to a man in some kind of a way. A man is always blamed for a woman's problems and what she goes through. I don't give a fuck if she has kids or not. In a lot of situations, and I'm not being no bitter black man, I'm going off of what I observe. Right? This is not what I experience with the women that I deal with. Maybe one, but the rest, no. Why is it that all of the problems that happens to a woman somehow, some way or another, is a man's fault? Granted, sometimes it is. It's a lot of fucked up dudes out here, just like it's a lot of fucked up women as we seeing now. Y'all can't escape it now, ladies. Y'all see deadbeat mothers is the topic of the conversation in Southeast Michigan right now. But why is it always the man's fault when something's going on when women have problems, when they have too many kids that they can't handle, right? When they have financial issues, when they have emotional issues, when they have mental issues, why is it always a man's fault? Can somebody call and tell me that? Make some sense out of that to me. Why is it always a man's fault every time a woman fucks up? And why is a man a deadbeat when she don't live up to the standards of what she wants the dad to be, to accommodate her and her needs and her wants? Fuck the kid. A lot of these women selfishly want babies so they can inadvertently have men to take care of them. And I'm not saying that shit. I'm not saying all women, ladies. I'm not saying all of y'all. But that is some sick shit. That is some sick shit to me. Right? And that's the reason why some of these mothers are on the level of filth that they are, because they know that no matter what, they can blame whatever the fuck that's going on a man, and motherfuckers gonna ride with it. Because society is set up to protect the mothers and the bullshit that they do. The government is set up to protect the mothers and the bullshit that they do. So a lot of these motherfuckers have mentally conditioned themselves that nothing that they can do is wrong because they've been protected by society. And I know women are going to say, nigga, society don't protect women. And I understand in a lot of instances they don't. But in regards to kids, versus the men that are good, bullshit, society protects the fuck out of these bullshit ass women, and the government does too. And that is the reason we have so much bullshit going on with these kids out here right now. Sad to say. Okay? Yeah, we got a lot of fucked up dudes out here that's molesting kids and touching kids and playing with kids. But some of these at the central nucleus of 80%, 85% of at the core of the 85%. The core of 85% of these issues, these situations where the kids is running away from home, they got fucked up ass, like it's the mothers that's running these households with no man in the house, right? And if the problem is the lack of the man, ain't no man, where's the man? Where's the dad? If the problem is always the man's fault and because he's not there, then common sense would tell me that the solution would be the presence of the man being there. So why is it such a hard fight from the women and the government to keep the man out the house when the man not being in the house is the reason why all of this shit is happening? So y'all say, the man is not there, the dad is not there. Y'all fight so hard, right? A lot of y'all, some of y'all fight so hard to run the household and be that strong, independent black women. That shit ain't living up. That shit ain't aging well for a lot of y'all. And I know a lot of women don't subscribe to that independent black women moniker, right? And there's some people out there that feel like, oh, here you go bashing women. No, I hate when we can't have conversations with each other about the things that we don't like and how to fix them without it being seen as bashing. I hate when we can't have constructive conversations without it being seen as an attack because motherfuckers are so offended and butthurt because they fit the shoe that we're talking about that they can't stand to hear the facts. What's going on, Carla? Who is this and where you calling from? Oh, she hung up. Whoever that was. Yeah, that's always the women's go-to, that it takes two to make the baby. But when you fight so hard to be the parental parent and be in the control of the child, and you don't really have the vision, you don't have the skills, right, by yourself to be the leader for the child, then you need to understand that and stop being selfish and allow yourself to be helped. And not help only in the way that you want to be helped, like a lot of women won't. Right? You'll help them, but they only want you to help how and when they want you to help. If you don't give them enough, then it wasn't help. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do it when they wanted you, regardless of if you could do it or not. Sometimes you can't do it when they jump up. When they say jump, you can't say how high. Like a lot of women just feel like niggas is supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what happened to that caller, but listen, none of us are perfect as parents. None of us are perfect. There's no fucking instruction booklet. There's no, you know what my instruction booklet is, right? For me to be a parent, I know how I felt when I had the things that I had when I was a kid. I know how I felt when I didn't have the things that I didn't have, whether it been material things, whether it been quality time, whether it been whatever it was. You know what I mean? So that's my instruction manual and my booklet on how to be a parent. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make my kids feel good in the ways that I felt good as a kid, and not make my kid feel bad in the ways that I was made to feel bad when I was a kid. Right? That's my instruction booklet. When I look at my kid and I see myself in them, I use that as a blueprint to know what they like and what they don't like, or at least try. I'm not saying that they are carbon copies of me like that, but you know, I think about myself. You know what I'm saying? I see myself in them, and I treat them the way I would have wanted to be treated when I was a kid. I talk to them the way I would have wanted to be talked to when I was a kid. I don't cuss at my son. I know I get on this motherfucker and I talk shit like a sailor, right? But I get on when I'm talking to my kids, I sound like a damn college professor, right? I'm damn near a completely different person in front of my kids. As much as I smoke and drink, y'all would probably fail to believe that I don't smoke and drink around my kids. Yeah, right, Mark, you blow too damn much. You're like, no, I don't. I absolutely don't. So it's a way of understanding the pros and cons of your childhood, I guess I want to say, for lack of a better way of explaining it, that gives me the blueprint on, or the instruction manual on how and what to be as a parent. You said that shit don't work. What you mean? What shit don't work? Yeah, Michigan is a women's state, and that's the reason why there's so many kids being failed in Michigan, right? And I'm not saying that to throw a shot at women. It's a truth that just is laying out there. But when you say that, it sounds like you are saying that there are no good mothers out there, that all women that are raising kids by themselves are horrible and bad and trifling, and that is so far from the case. That is so far from the case. So I don't want women to feel like the things that I'm saying are blanket statements that apply to all women, because they are definitely not. Right? I know, and personally experience more women on the opposite side of that spectrum than those that are included in it. Right? I personally know more women that are not like any of these women that we seeing, you know, or at least I hope not. They presenting like they're not that, you know what I'm saying? But that's not what I see when I go over ladies that I know. When I go over their house, I don't see trifling ass conditions in the household. I don't see kids that are not being dusty kids that are not being taken care of, or that their hair is not done, and yeah, all of that trifling shit that you look at or that you notice, when you see a kid that really needs help. No structure. There you go, Taisha. Yeah, running from accountability is quick. Accountability is a woman's kryptonite. Right? There's a lot of women that struggle with accountability because, again, so many women have been conditioned that they can do no wrong, that nothing that they do is wrong, right? And then now that the world revolves around them. Some women have this condition that they believe that the world revolves around them, and wherever they go, everything is just supposed to move to accommodate them, right? The world just revolves around them, and everywhere you go, shit is just supposed to shift to accommodate you because you are who you are and how you are, and everybody else is just supposed to make way and adapt and change what they got going on for you. Some women have that mindset. We see it. We see a very popular news article that's going around out of Detroit. I ain't gonna mention it because I don't want nobody to feel like I'm throwing no shots or nothing. But we see the entitlement is real with some of these women where they feel like shit is just supposed to happen for them. No, like this. Yeah, I am the way that I am, and everybody else is just supposed to adapt and do extra to accommodate me. Right? I remember I had back when I had podcast clients in the studio. I still got podcast clients, but I had way more podcast clients in the studio. And this one lady on the panel of one show, she was just making the show very horrible to listen to because she just wouldn't shut up. She just wouldn't shut the fuck up. And every time somebody said something, she had to talk. She had to say something. She had to just reply. Hold on. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, Mark, this is Felicia calling from Detroit.
What's going on, Nisha? What you got to say?
So I want to comment on the topic. Do I think that fathers? I think because the absence. You don't have to be in a home to be a father.
Absolutely right.
And it's not even about the money you spend. It's about the time you spend with your kids.
Right.
If you don't know your kid, you need to know your kids. Just like the situation with the lady in Pontiac, the dad. Yeah, she had a PPO on. He couldn't be around a kid, but
oh, she ran out of minutes. Damn it, she ran out of minutes. Now, I would like to know what the dad had to say because I never heard that interview. I never heard that side of the story of that case. Now, I heard that he spoke, but I never heard it. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
Oh, my name is Keisha, and I'm calling from Detroit.
What's going on? What's going on, Tisha? What you got to say?
Oh, you done said so many topics that I need to touch on. Well, let's go with the closest one. You said, why do moms always blame dad? That's a good question that I want to know because I'm raising a grandson right now that his mom dropped off last year, June, burnt. Where's my son at? I don't know. I'm only the paternal grandmother. But where's mom at also? I don't know. Child Protective Service stepped in October of last year, but I still don't know where the parents at. Child Protective Service to me failed him. The police station failed him as a grandmother.
So wait. You are the father's mother. You said,
I
right?
am the paternal grandmother. I am the dad's mom.
The dad's mom and the mother of the
Yes.
child dropped the child off to you.
To me, he was burnt in June of last year. She
And
told me when I asked her, I said, well, what is this on his leg? She told me it was carpet burn. Remind you, my grandson has spinal bifida, which is in a wheelchair. He can't walk. Waist down, he's paralyzed. I've been looking for this baby for 2 years, since 2022. Not my son, myself, as a paternal grandmother. I never could find the child. Every time I got leads, they was in a hotel. I would call the different cities of the they was in so-called to get a welfare check. Me as a paternal grandmother. And when I say the police station and CPO failed him until he got burnt, that I saw in my eyes, I went to 7th Precinct. I went to 9th Precinct. I called Dearborn because those were the cities I was alert to that's what the child was. Where was my son? Nowhere to be found. Where was the mom, though? Doing the most. And when she brought me my grandson, probably, I never saw her from June till yet.
so, since June of last year, this past June,
Yes,
you've had
2024 June.
you've had
June
this
the
child.
19th, June the 19th, I'll be exact. It was Juneteenth.
So she dropped the baby off on Juneteenth of last year, and you haven't seen her, and you can't find your son.
No. And yeah, bring it on up to 2025. January 30th, he just had surgery on both legs. They said he had his hip was out of place. When I started, and how did I end up getting help through Child Protective Service? Took him, the mom, I didn't know mom was going to come back. August, school started. So I reached out to her, like, when do this child go to school because he's 6? She said the end of September, which that gave me a red flag. Okay. So I ended up going to Children's Hospital to try to get an appointment. But by me being a paternal grandma, they gave me a hard time. They wouldn't give me an appointment. It didn't sit right in my soul. I waited 2 weeks later. I went back to Children's Hospital. I went to try to make these appointments. And they didn't give me an appointment until October of last year. When the doctors finally saw him in October and saw how his legs was, they the one told me that he was burnt. And they the one jumped Child Protective Service in the case, in the matter. I never saw that many people in my life. Remind you, I'm a mom of 7 biological grown children. This is my grandson. But where is the son that I raised, which is my 5th child? I don't know. And a son and a dad. That I told you go to school, and I didn't even know nothing about this child until 4 days before he was born, which was in 2018, in May.
Wow. And
So some children get feel all the way around. What if I was one of those paternal grandmas and be like, you know what, fuck it. It ain't my daughter, child, so no, we have to participate all the way around. So what? The daddy not there. You don't miss your grandson, your grandchild, and that's why I say you don't touch so many things because about the Pontiac thing. Allegedly, the father or the granddad took pictures or somewhere around these kids' life. Regardless if you tell me my grandson on out, but you also have to how they cry out because they cry out not like us, maybe not forceful, but through emotion. So you got to watch their body language also. Right now, I have only been a 6-year-old in a wheelchair, and I do confess, like, do you want to talk to your mom? He cried. He go up under the cover, and I asked him, like, so what did your mom do to you? What was your daily basis like? He told me she used to tie him up and leave him by herself. Only reason I believe that as a grandma, he got whelps right now that I could take a picture and send it to you. That don't look right.
And this the one
Some
in the
mothers are
wheelchair?
doing it for the yes. Some mothers are doing it for the check. I am raising my grandson. He's not body trained. He's in a wheelchair. They tell me he never will walk, but I'm going through the necessary steps to take him through these surgeries, casts, and this just to give him a chance in life. Give these kids a chance. And if you don't want the child, okay, don't have the child. But other people will take these children. Give them a chance like your mom or whoever raised you gave you. That's my whole thing. Give them a chance to live their life. It ain't their fault that you went out here and sucked and fucked and enjoyed that moment, that second, and then fuck whatever came behind it. No, you gotta. I'm not a perfect person, but I raised seven. I have four daughters and three sons. My son, that's my fifth child. Yes, he affected me in so many different ways because he wasn't raised like that. But us as people, we can't always blame it on the daddy or the mom. Because I feel like my son, you should have known the mama had mental challenges. If you didn't want to be there, why would you leave the child there? That's what I'm looking at from a paternal grandmother. Though. You didn't want to be there, why would you leave your child? Why would you? I told you your son was burnt. That's what the hospital told me. You did nothing about it. You even came over here and checked on him, and I'm your mom, and I have your child. It's deep.
That's wild.
And then we have to also watch these foster parents because all foster parents, just because they don't have no record, they doing it because you know why? The state gonna help them with checks. The state giving them more help than they giving the biological parents. So you got to look at it all the way around. And then this world is wicked, and they become lovers of their own selves. And I'm happy you answer the phone, and I'm happy you listen to me. But yeah, life
Yeah,
is really life out here.
you check back
But,
in with me because I want to come. I need to feel like I need to come put the spotlight on that when we get the Mission Mobile back on the
oh,
road.
and you do,
Okay.
and you do. I mean, and it's so touching. And then when you lay eyes on a situation, that's when it becomes really touching. Like, dang. And then you go back over your life, and then you wonder, like, why? But I'm gonna keep in touch. I'm gonna inbox you. I'm already following you. I like your work, and let the haters just keep on your questions because answers is out here, and more than you have questions. Yes, keep on doing that, and make a youth page where these children be able to have an outlook to say, look,
Yeah,
let me
that's.
try him because I could trust him. Yeah, I could converse with him. I could trust him.
Oh man,
But
I am training my youth squad right now. It's you
yeah,
it's man, yeah, you own it, sis. You own it. You own it.
yeah. And anytime I'm gonna reach out to you, and it ain't for clout. It's I like your work, and I'm gonna lay down. I have sleep examiner, so I stay up at night. But the different things and the different things I see in Detroit or in life, period, it's sometimes it's just touching and mind bothering. Like, yeah, it really is. And to be living it your own self, like this is real life for you.
Yeah.
I have seven grown children that sold outside, and at 50 years old, I am here raising my 6-year old that my fifth child is neglecting, which is my son. So, I don't know. I think some of these guys need mentors, some that they can look up to, and some that sit you down and come on here. Let's, you have parenting classes, but all males don't go. Parenting don't come with a handbook. Parenting come really, and the mental thing that they use today, I think they just use it because the word out there. But what was wrong with our mental when we had children?
Yeah, you're right.
Uh,
All
We
right,
have to
listen.
do it regardless. We have to pay. We have to do it regardless.
All
But our
right,
moms them had structure compared to these moms today. They don't have structure. But I hit you back up. Thanks for listening. You are.
for sure. Yeah, keep in contact. She hung up already. Yeah, that was Man, see what I'm saying, y'all? And listen, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something else. When the stream is breaking up, right? There's nothing that I can do about it, right? I see y'all in the comments when y'all be like, "It's breaking up, Mark. It's lagging. It's breaking up." There's no like unlag button that I can just hit and stop it from lagging, right? So I appreciate y'all letting me know about the technical difficulties, but y'all need to know that there's nothing that I can do to correct the lag, and that's an internet buffering issue, right? Everybody that's watching right now is receiving the signal at different speeds, right? And from what I understand, what it feels like is that the more people is watching, especially since we got a split broadcast, we got a split stream on 2 different platforms. It's a heavy stream. It's a lot of data being streamed. So that's what causes the lag, because it's a very, very heavy stream that I'm producing here. You know what I mean? So I probably need to get a more powerful computer is what I need, since we have an influx of all of these viewers. I probably need to get a powerful. That's the reason why we need more subscribers, right? As the platform grows and shit, like y'all can't expect for this shit to just continue to come out of my pocket with the shit that I have to do to make money outside of this. All of these followers, right? With as many people following right now, I feel like everybody send $20 to the Cash App or the PayPal and put the damn collection plate back on the screen. I feel like with as many people as we got right now, if everybody watching sent $20 to the Cash App, the PayPal, or the Zelle that you see on the screen, the news van will be out of the hospital tomorrow. That's what I feel like. Right? But I know everybody that's watching ain't a supporter. We got a lot of people that just watch for surveillance. Right? We got a lot of people that just watch because they want to pick through the content and sift through the show and pick little pieces out and try to make something for their own platform and shit. They're not here to support the platform. They're here, right, to take crumbs off of the plate. You know what I'm saying? And make their own little meal out of it. But let's see how much support we get. Y'all know what the cause is for. It's not for chicken pitas tonight. Mark D can go get his own chicken pita right now. All right? I might need a chicken pita next week, though. But let's see. My dad always said, spend time with your kids because they don't stay babies forever. I mean, my goodness. Is that not the truth? My 8-year-old boy, you know, I wish he can be back Junior's age. I feel like I didn't get enough time with him when he was a baby. You know what I mean? That's why it hurts to go through the things that I'm going through with my youngest son.
And when you lay eyes on a situation, that's when it becomes.
Uh-oh, turn that device down in the background so I can hear you. You got your device too loud.
Okay, no, I cut it down.
What's happening?
Because you're actually behind me, what I'm trying to say. Hey, this is Nicole calling from the DMV. I told you, you know, I was born and raised on 7 Mile. But I'm going to tell you what the problem is, Mark. Women get tired. There's no respite for women. Whereas, you know, and I understand, you know, you can lay down, make a baby, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, a lot of the men, you got some good ones, but a lot of them, they just skate off scot-free. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, even if you're raising one child.
And I understand that.
And 3,
completely.
and I can't. Thank you. Because I'm not one to judge, but you get tired. And see, the thing is, too, Mark, it's not like, you know, you got a little baby and you can go to the police station and say, here. If you leave your child somewhere or if you try to drop them off somewhere, you're going to get charged with child abandonment. They're going to come for you legally and try to lock you up. No, excuse me, they will lock you up. So what they need to do, instead of being reactive and not proactive, is provide some type of respite for some of these women, because it's hard. It is. Yeah. I was fortunate. You know what I mean? I was married. I had a husband, you know, but it was still hard when we got divorced.
And then a lot of times.
But I was fortunate. I had a village.
Yeah, but and a lot of other women have a village too, right?
I'm,
But because they have such a pattern of erroneous ways, right? They have exhausted their resources, their immediate village around them, to the point now where they only want to receive the help how they want to receive it, when they want to receive it, where they want to receive it, right? So they're not receptive to the help. Some women aren't receptive to the help that's given to them. They want the help how they want it, where they want it, how they want it. You know what I mean? And that's part of the problem too. You know what I mean? Because some women are so
listen,
prideful, right, that they can't take the help that's given to them, right? Because it's not in the manner that they want. It's not what they want, right? It's not sometimes right the quality or the brand name or whatever. It's not, So now they're not receptive to the help, like we've seen in one of the cases that just passed, where that was the case where, um, you know, uh, uh, um, the people that was around her helping her, she burnt the bridges with them, right? I'm hearing things about her stealing from people. This is all alleged,
oh,
right?
I
We don't.
figured that.
So again,
I figured that.
when you have women like that
Hmm.
that burn all of the resources around them and then cry boo hoo, nobody's helping me, right, to the world, and it makes everybody around them look bad because it's like, oh well, where were you at? And everybody like, well, damn, we tried to help her, but she did this. We tried to help her with this, but she didn't want it. Right? She was acting funny, or she didn't tell us because guess what? She knew that she wasn't going to receive the
It's
help how she
it's
wanted to receive it. So that's a factor too. Is all I'm
because you
saying.
know what, Mark. Mhm. But you know what, Mark? It's four sides to every story. His, hers, the truth, and that one motherfucker that wasn't even there. Okay, it's
Yep.
four sides.
Yep. Yep.
And like she said, don't. And I mean, let's be real, Mark. Let's be real. Do you want her kids probably were not well behaved, and
Oh,
people were like
there
they
you
were
go.
tired. It was like, look, I'm not dealing with this. Imagine you got four little kids running around your house. You might have some kids yourself. You might not have any kids, but you got four little kids running around, and I mean, I could almost say they probably weren't well behaved, and that's another reason why she was sleeping in her car. You know what I mean? But that whole situation right there was ridiculous. But my thing is, there's such a thing. You not FAA regulated, right?
Mm-mm.
So hello?
No, I ain't. Go ahead.
Okay. There's such a thing, Mark. It's called pussy mismanagement. Okay.
Yeah, bad
I
pussy
swear to God.
management. You're
Or
absolutely
everything
right.
else.
You're absolutely right.
There,
You're a-
there is, it is, Mark. There is pussy mismanagement. Okay. You have to, Lord, fix it,
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah,
Um,
but again,
it's just that
accountability
honestly.
accountability is a lot of women's kryptonite, right? They don't want to hold themselves accountable for having bad pussy management,
Exactly.
right? That's why when the narrative comes out, these conversations come out, and people say, "Oh, well, it takes two." Like, and I'm not just being biased because I'm a man. To me, regardless of me being a man, I feel like the woman has the ultimate decision on whether this child enters the fucking earth or not, regardless of the man, right? Well, oh, well, he should have put on a condom. Well, you should have made him put on a condom, right? You let him come enter you. Like, why is it like it's always like the woman avoids accountability at
Yes.
every fucking front, right? And that's crazy to me.
That's some wild work. That's just some crazy work. That's some wild work right there. But it's the truth. And see, the problem is, and I'm gonna tell you, which would kind of slow down on a lot of this neglect and stuff, is they had respite, some kind of respite, because they do for like foster kids, and like say the foster parent has something to do or whatever, they have respite for them that they can, might have to travel or whatever, and the child goes to a camp or some. I mean, because I know this for a fact, but there's no respite, and these women are not. You make, and I don't want to say they're mistakes because it is what it is, but women need respite. There
Yeah.
might be some time where, because not everybody is a good dad, Mark. Like
No,
old
and
boy was
that's
on there
and
talking
that's
about, no, and this is what,
No,
Mm.
all I was gonna say, that's an element that I was gonna expound on that
But
I
did you
didn't know,
hear what
because
he said?
it's a lot of women that are keeping these kids away from the dad for a good reason, right? Because these dads are
Yes.
not an environment that the kids need to be around. To make a long story short, so I understand and I get it in some cases, right? But there's a lot of women that do it selfishly and out of spite for their own personal gain reasons.
And then another thing, and check this out. Now, oh boy, this is what killed me. He said they not around no more, so it don't even matter. But the bottom line is, listen, Trump is in office now. Okay,
Oh shit.
so a lot of things are gonna change. Your foods, all of that. He don't care. You can, child, listen. Things are going to change, but you can't have children and expect the government to take care of you. It's going to stop. One day, one of these entities are going to stop all of these social programs. Because think about this, Mark. In every other country, there's oligarchies, okay? Either you're rich or you're poor. The only thing about us in America, poor people don't pay taxes, rich people don't pay taxes. The back of the America was built on the middle class. They're the only ones that pay taxes. But pretty soon we're gonna end up in that type of situation. But I just want, listen, these women, you really got to think about it, because it's not fair to the kids. Like, you might be spiting the day, I'm gonna have this baby anyway, and then maybe no. This is another thing. Oh, he gonna come around. If a man tell you he don't want it, he don't want it. Trust and believe. And don't sit there and think that, oh well, he's gonna come around. Okay, well, you go to child support court. He might, take a picture with the baby, but that might be the last time you see this nigga.
And then the thing, and then
Okay.
another dynamic of it is, a lot of times, the man don't mind wanting or having the kid. It's the woman that he doesn't want to have nothing to do with, and all of the bullshit. So a lot of times, fellas, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all can speak for, I can speak for the fellas on this, when they say, oh, well, I don't want the child. It's not the child that I don't want. It's the situation with you that I don't want. It's not, I don't mind the child. Sometimes, a lot of them
And
good
the
men
poor,
want kids. It's just the bullshit that we know that's gonna come with the woman,
yeah,
right? That's
and the
why
poor
I
men,
always said it's
they
the
don't have no.
go ahead.
Mhm. And they mad. They mad because they don't. The man don't want them. They mad. But what they don't understand is, listen, you done brought a life into this world. If a man, it's so many men don't even want to be responsible and take care of their children. Okay. This man, I've seen men cry. I've seen men I really want to be in my child's life that can't, because the mother wants them and they don't want, or they find another woman, maybe settle down and get married, whatever, and they be like, I can't. You ain't about to have that bitch around my
That's
kids
the case.
and
That's
blah
the
blah
case.
blah.
I just found out something new that I didn't know about the Hollywood casino kids, right?
The case,
Yeah,
what one of the cases?
yeah. All of
Mhm.
the mother, the father, of course, and the father's new girlfriend all know each other from high school. So she knows that other girl, and don't like it. They don't like each other. So that's part of the reason. It's not only that he got a new chick, but he got with somebody that she knows and don't like. So that's part of the reason why she probably was not telling him the truth about everything that was
Mark,
going on with the kids and all of that type of stuff.
listen, I ain't gotta like you, but trust and believe, I would have
But
put up four of them
that's
would
that
have been standing
selfish
on their daddy
emotional
doorstep
bullshit.
a
That's that.
lot.
Hmm.
But I'm saying though, I'm saying, because and see, this is, I can see through. I know a lot about the law. I'm gonna say this, but I could see where I really listened to what this man said. Well, she was like, well, did she want me to get him? Or get him because they hung. He knew that woman was sleeping in the bed. That whole situation was trifling. And see, the mother, 49 years old. What do you, Mark? What do you expect? This woman was probably doing the same thing that she do, paying a security deposit, being in the house, end up getting evicted. this is probably all she knew, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, they don't understand. You see the sop. Did you see a tear come out her eye when you was
Barely.
watching the news? I ain't see one. I didn't see no tear. Not
No,
not
the
one.
first
And
one, the
who
first
was
one, the
that
first
sitting
one, no,
next
the
to
first one,
her?
no, the first one. Yeah, when you said it, I'm thinking about
Mhm.
because she done a couple of them, and I guess she done pushed the one out. But yeah, that first one, it was
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Who was that sitting next to her though, Mark? When they
that was
was doing the interview, who
that
was
that was
that?
that was Tamara Liberty Smith. That was a police commissioner for I believe District 1. I think I said District 5 before, but I think I heard her say District 1.
Oh,
And
so that
she's
wasn't
the
no family
No, it
member.
wasn't a
That wasn't
family
no
member.
family
No, wait,
member.
wait, wait. And if you're talking about on the first episode, the first news story, that was the cousin, the one that was like sitting next to her crying
The
and
part
hugging.
where when it first
Yeah, that was the
when
cousin.
it,
That
yeah,
was the cousin. That
she
was the
wasn't
one that
crying.
I'm
Wasn't no
told.
tears falling.
That was the one that I was told that was in charge of the GoFundMe.
Mark,
Yeah.
Jesus, Mark, I swear. That's another thing. I ain't trying to hold you up because I know you got other callers come, try to get in. But and this is another thing, and I had a conversation with somebody, and what it's like, it was like 2 or 3 GoFundMe's. But what scares me more than anything, Mark, is the fact that so they have a GoFundMe. Everybody, she done got a house, she got somewhere to live. They gonna get a kid some beds. But Mark, in news, and because you a journalist, okay? If it bleeds, it leads. And but the thing is, so what? But think about this, Mark. Who is going to be handling that money? Because the only thing I see is it being blown on all kinds of stuff, and she gonna be right back where she is right now. So who is supposed? They need to put that money in a trust, but I don't see it because this is nigga shit. You know what I mean? I ain't even trying to be funny, Mark. This is nigga shit.
Yeah.
I mean, point blank, this is
Yeah.
nigga shit. Who
Yeah.
is going to be in charge of that fund? These niggas might go to Vegas, the Bahamas. Come on, Mark. Really? Who's going to be in charge of that? Unfortunately, 2 of the babies are gone. But she got a mama and some siblings that was in the van, too. And I ain't trying to be funny, but the van was probably on the repo list. Dude, listen, I don't know, Mark. Maybe you need to have me on your show one day. I got a lot
Everybody
to
want
say.
to be
I
on
know
my
a
show.
lot
Y'all
about
gotta
the
pay. Y'all
law.
better pay $25 for these seats for an hour. Y'all can come over here and kick it with me. $25 for the seats for 1 hour. I got 6 seats. Let's roll.
All right.
But yeah, I
Hey,
appreciate.
Mark, it's all right because I know how to move. I can come back home anytime. But anyway, babe, I'm glad you let me speak, and I just wanted to give a different perspective to your callers to understand that you don't want to make women look bad, but sometimes you need respite. Sometimes these women just need a break from the kids.
Yeah.
Maybe 72 hours.
Yeah,
Hmm.
sometimes these women need to be honest about that, as opposed to sacrificing the well-being and the safety and security of the kids for that shit to be known,
Hmm.
right? Just be honest
Hey,
about it.
listen, hey, Mark, that Pontiac thing, that was some crazy work.
Crazy.
But I'm going to let you go back. Thank you for letting me talk and be real, because I just want to be real, because a lot of people that are mothers, they know you get tired, Mark. You do. It's hard, especially if you're a single mother. I'm not even joking, because like I said, but I had a whole husband. I was fortunate with mine. I was blessed. But I've seen stuff. Like I said, I know a lot about the law, but I've seen things. But I was, you know what?
All right, now you done been on the line
We
20
good,
minutes
Mark.
now. You gonna keep on talking?
No, baby, because then they gonna get me. They gonna get me, Mark.
That's why I'm trying to get you off here. I said you've been on here for 20 minutes. You said you
I'm
was
gone.
gone. Now get on now.
All right.
All right.
I'm gone.
All
Hey,
right.
Mark, I'm
All
gone,
right.
baby.
All right.
All right, bye.
Crazy lady, what the hell? I subscribe to that, man. You know, I hate, as much as I hate to say it. Mahogany Hunter on YouTube said, once you lay down with someone, they become equals. You know what? And I feel that, man, because I definitely feel like my second baby mama lowered the fuck out of my stock. I feel drugging down to had been fucking with her and shit, and this, yeah, I feel like I lowered my value like a motherfucker and shit. Like, I done say that to people like, no, you didn't, Martin. No, you still the same nigga. I'm just like, I'm talking about me, man. My spirit feel drained and shit. I don't feel like that shit is, yeah. I definitely feel that shit. I definitely feel. I need to fuck with somebody else now to lift my spirit back up. Cause this shit, hell no. But yeah, that's why you heal though after you fuck with somebody that fucked you over and shit. You don't go jump right up and under somebody else. You know, the best thing to heal from somebody else is not jumping up under somebody the fuck else and shit. So yeah, that's why I ain't trying to fuck. I ain't in no relationship. I ain't kicking it with nothing. That's not on the agenda. Especially not what's on the horizon. Especially not with this good ass news that I just got. And this is the beauty in focusing on yourself. You know, you start having results in your life that propel you forward and shit, as opposed to investing your energy in motherfuckers that's draining you and pulling you back and shit. You know what I mean? Trying to bring motherfuckers along for the ride that ain't motherfucking paid for a ticket. What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
California, Los Angeles. Let me turn you off.
What's going on, LA, California?
First of all, I'm a baby boomer. So things are different now. But this is what I always want to know, and people don't want to talk about it. Why do these women have children so young, not one, but two, but three, but four, and they keep having them by different men? When we fought for birth control, there's all kinds of birth control. Even men have birth control. If you're out there having sex with somebody that you don't want to have any kids with, then use birth control. If you don't want to take care of any kids, then use birth control. I wish someone would honestly get an answer from these young women where they would be truthful about why they bring all these kids in the world, I'm talking about our black people, that they don't want to take care of, and they're going to have problems getting a job, getting the education, fighting with the man, all this drama going on. I wish somebody would answer that for me.
I'm waiting on that answer as well. But to ask a woman why she has babies by so many men, multiple men, right? The coin is going to be flipped and say, oh, well, why is these men mating with these women who have so many babies already? It's going to be flipped around into the man's fault and why he did it, right? No matter the dynamic. No matter the dynamic, that the woman could have lied and said that she didn't have that many kids. The woman could have lied and projected that she had everything put together and everything was fine and her life was all smooth and shit. And really, the shit is in shambles, right? It's all kind of X factors that could entice a situation like that. But like, I don't understand, like you said, why they do that, right? When again, I feel that women have ultimately the decision. Even after the conception is had, they have the decision on bringing the child in the world or not, whether the man wants to or not, right? If the man wants to and she doesn't, then the child doesn't come into the world. And if the other side of the coin, if she wants to and he don't, then it's going to happen.
True.
But then everything that happens, 80% of what happens after the child is born is blamed on the man.
Well, I think that's wrong. But the question should be on both sides. Why aren't these men wearing condoms? They may not want to get a vasectomy, but they can wear a condom. You're supposed to know who you're sleeping with. They can have some kind of disease. AIDS is still out there.
right. You
Herpes
absolutely
is
right.
out there.
You
They
absolutely
probably
right.
got some new stuff. There's some problems that in our black community people ain't talking about. They acting like it don't exist, but it does. And so we have, as black people, our morals. I hope y'all don't get upset with me, but it's the truth.
Standards.
Our moral standards have gone down low. You're supposed to know if you're dealing with somebody, if it's just not a one-night stand, I don't know whether you need to know who their family are. You need to know if that person, what they want to do in life. Do they want to go to work? A lot of these people, men and women, black people, they don't want to work. They want to be TikTok stars, or I'm in LA. They want to be out there making fast money by selling drugs. We have a lot of problems in our community that no one is addressing, no one wants to talk about. A lot of these young people, they don't want to hear the older people. They think we don't know anything, or they don't want them telling them what to do with their life. And this is how our community, what it has become. And I am so saddened. I hate that these young girls don't know that when you get a baby by this guy, you are not going to hold him. That baby is not going to hold him. And when you're raising kids
Especially
and
not
you
to
hating the man, and when you're raising kids, this is the other thing from my experience. When you're talking bad about the other parent to a child, that hurts the child. It may also make that child hate you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things that's going on in our community. I wish that we could get a hold on and make ourselves better. Stop wanting the next Nike. Stop wanting the next hairdo. We need to get better education. We are less educated than we used to be.
Yeah.
And nobody's really addressing that. The government don't care anymore. Our schools are falling apart.
It's
The
systematic that we are. You brought up the government doesn't care, but it is the government system and working the way it was designed that's causing people to be miseducated and uneducated to the level that they are.
True. And we need to understand how the game works so we can overcome a lot of those obstacles. If the schools are not teaching our kids about black history, I have a niece that has a college degree, and she only knows Dr. Martin Luther King was a doctor. That's what she wasn't. He a doctor? These young people, they don't know anything about our history because, anyway, I'm talking too long. You have a time limit. But I hope maybe on one of your shows you can get a group of people together. And also some of the other things about the children dying. I wanted to say this. I'm going to say this real fast, and I'm not knocking either one of those parents. I could. But people are making all that kind of scenarios of nefarious about maybe she did something. But when you're suffering from hypothermia, it makes you fall asleep. Your brain doesn't work properly. You also get hot, so you will take your clothes off in the snow. They could have also been suffering from the carbon monoxide from the car. That will also make you go to sleep, and your brain
that was my
doesn't
original.
work
That was my
properly.
original observation of what happened. That's what I thought happened in the beginning. It wasn't hypothermia. That's what I thought. But we'll see what.
Well, when you go to the hospital, the doctors might have suspected hypothermia because your core body temperature goes down. Here in Los Angeles, whenever I go to the doctor, the three things they do, they take my blood pressure, my weight, and my temperature. And you can also look at the extremities if it's hypothermia. But it's a good thing that they did wake up, because if they didn't wake up, people were talking about what time they woke up and this and this and that. Because if they didn't wake up from either one of them, they all could have died. So then this is the other thing I wanted to, maybe one day when later on you can get some people on who are experts in stuff like this and for cold and things. People are uneducated about a lot of stuff. Out here in Los Angeles, we at one time had a lot of problems with people putting barbecue pits in their house to keep themselves warm. And guess what? The carbon monoxide killed them. They had to keep talking about it. I think now they put it on the barbecues to not do that. So it's a lot of things because we are uneducated.
We don't have science in the schools anymore.
Right.
We don't have,
We got another caller coming in, sister. I hate to cut you off. We'd have been on there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very
All right.
much.
All right.
Bye.
Oh shit. No, I think they done hung up. Nah, I was trying to let her get it out. I was trying to let her get it out so I can click the next caller, but they hung up before I can get to it. Who is it? Rose Gold, the realist Thomas. You said you are so quick to crucify somebody. You talking about me? The lady lost her 2 quiz. How dare y'all? So here's the thing, Rose. The thing that when I'm talking about women only being receptive to the help and that they want and not what's being given to them and all of the other things. Like I'm speaking on a lot of other situations, not her specifically. So I'm not crucifying her, right? I'm just speaking on elements that may be similar, that may parallel the situation, because it's other situations that I know that are kind of sort of like that. You know what I mean? Maybe even a woman in Pontiac. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of I'm not crucifying her if that's what you're speaking on. I'm not trying to demonize her. Um, even with the podcast that I did the other night, the word on the street that I did about the Hollywood casino kids, right? It was more so just trying to open up the platform to share all sides of what went on, right? Because as we was hearing, it was just one side of what the mother was saying, and everybody was asking questions about the dad this and the dad that. People was reaching out to me and saying, "Well, hey, here's the dad, and he may want to do an interview." He did one podcast, and then I was asked by some people, some higher up people, believe it or not. If people want to believe it or not, people think I tap into shit for clout and all of that. But I was asked, right, to do a podcast about it because it's so many people that watch my platform that it was probably evident that it would be some information that would come out on the podcast, which it did. You know what I'm saying? And other shows that tapped into the situation in the city. It was a lot of people talking about it in the city. So there you have it. That's the reason why conversations like this need to be had, because as all of these what if you want to call them crimes or tragedies happen in our city, the authorities always reach out to the community for information, right? If you have any tips, call the Crime Stoppers and this type of shit, right? So now with social media being the way that it is, they've starting to see that podcasts like myself, platforms like this one, contain a lot of information. You know what I mean? That's valuable. You know what I mean? So that's what's beginning to happen. Let me see. I got the do not disturb is off. Sierra, what is you Man, I hate when the comments lag behind and I can't really tell what y'all commenting about, what y'all talking about. It's literally breaking up. You choose who you have kids with. What they say? Stay off social media, stunt and handle your business, raise you, and do the best you can. Yeah, I mean that's what anybody should be doing. Now I'm trying to catch up with the comments to. KJ said like these young girls are looking for love. They want to get children. They want to get it. What's she saying? These young girls are looking for the love that they weren't given as a children. Okay, yeah. Black Panthers provided for the community. They didn't have to rely on the government. After school programs, feed the community. If you knew better, you would do what a new delay. Yeah, and that's um, part of the issue. Where was we at on? I don't know what was it, a podcast and chill, or was it a word on the street when the hungry black man chimed in, and we talked about all of the different institutions that was important for us to build in our colony. We always call it a community. We don't black people. We don't have a community. You know what I mean? Melanated people in urban cities. We don't have a community. We have been colonized. We have been redlined and forced into a certain spot, and deprived of all of the resources and forced to go outside of our actual colony to 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 fund other people that don't look like us for everything that we need. In fact, we don't even have to go other places to other cities. They have taken over. We live in their communities. We still live in we just all in one area. It's their community. We just live here. It's our colony. They've colonized us once again. We don't own shit. We don't run shit. You know, we can't even build shit. We tear down anything that we try to build. You know what I mean? Even here, using myself as an example, right? We can't have a black media outlet. We can't have a platform where we all come to share information, to be entertained, to be informed, to be inspired, motivated, or just to have fun conversation. Because now, once it becomes too big and too popular, we're going to have someone who tries to tear the shit down, right, and make me of all people look bad. Like, you know, it's crazy. So that's the thing, man. We can't build any institutions, because if we do, it's going to be picked apart by our own people, right, and compared versus other ones that is ran and operated by people that don't look like us, to give us the same. Well, I ain't gonna say the same shitty service, but bad quality products, shitty service, price gouging, and every other thing that you can think of that's disrespectful and taking advantage of us. Right? Truth seekers. We too busy fighting over Jordans and shooting each other over Cardis. Portia T said, "Yeah, we all know people don't care about the dad until something happens to the kids." You know, and you know what's crazy? Truth seekers, you said we would be so powerful if we would be on one accord. I don't think it's enough of us that want us to be on one accord. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's just as many of us, if not more of us, that's doing the work to tear our people down than it is the people from the outside is doing to tear us down. Now, they're just sitting back watching and looking and laughing. That's what's happening now. They just looking and profiting and laughing. Portia said, "I don't even know what Jordans is as much as I like shoes." You know what? In my 43 years of life, I am actually proud to say that I have not owned not one pair of Jordans. I have not owned not one pair of Jordans, and it's only maybe two designs of them that I actually care for real. But yeah, I haven't owned any of them. A lot of them I don't even like, to be honest with you. What's happening, caller? Who is this and where you calling from? Oh, she just called to run some minutes out. You just dropped. What was the fuck? What the hell was that? and he agreed me down program and told me he had no intention of being in the child's life. I informed him that he can still be financially responsible legally. So Chanel, it sounds like you was impregnated by a dude who told you that you didn't want that told you that he didn't, wasn't going to be there, and you still chose to have the baby. That's what that sounds like. Check my mic. Mic check. Check, 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 check. Mic check. Yeah, you're right. That is it's from a limited scope, but we have to be careful sometimes. And even myself, what I mean, I'll even include myself in this because it's times where I have my wild moments and I talk the way I talk, and I do the things that I do. We still have to be careful on the image that we put out. You know what I mean? But I subscribe to that when you say it's from a limited scope because people will only see what they want to see. You know what I mean? People only see what they want to see. No matter how good you do, no matter how much good you do, it'll be the one bad thing that they see, and they'll magnify it and blow it up into something bigger than what it really is. And try to paint that as who you are and what you are. As opposed to truly seeing what you are. Did y'all see the video of that girl that just got run over on 7 Mile? Man, no, I did not. I did not see that. Now we're going to change the narrative. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? I'm optimistic about that. I'm real optimistic about it. And, I always believe that that we have such a monkey see, monkey do type of people. Everybody wants to do what they see somebody else doing. It's limited originality out here amongst our people, even when it comes to thought. So I believe that we have such a monkey see, monkey do type of culture that it's going to take enough of us to start showing that being good is the cool thing to do. For people to see that and jump on the bandwagon of that, right? We're gonna have to have more people supporting black businesses. We're gonna have enough. We need to have more people being representing as the village that we had when we was children. You know what I mean? And holding people accountable for the bullshit that they doing out here. That you see the kids out here fucking up. You being able to check the kids and correct them and discipline them even without the parents trying to jump down your neck and correct and discipline and fight you about it. We need to get back to shit like that. You know what I mean? And understanding the value in being that way. You know what I mean? Because we see from the last 25 years, we can see a downward projection in regards to a lot of things in our culture. Right? The ratchetness, right? The bullshit has become mainstream, and now it is like I said, since we have such a monkey see, monkey do ass culture, right? People see that ratchet bullshit, and they subscribe to it, right? They feel like that's the thing to do, the thing to be. Because like I said earlier, we have some people who don't fit into any circle. They ain't intelligent enough, have no skills, no talents, no reason for nobody to love them. So now they become misfits, and they surround themselves with other misfits, and they do misfit shit, right? And now That's become a culture now. It's people that see that and identify with that and subscribe to it and absorb the shit and become it. And now it's toxic. You know what I mean? And like I said before on so many other of my podcasts, we have people out here that praise themselves on being toxic, right? And if you think about what toxic is the worst kind of trash that you can, is toxic. Is the worst kind of waste that you can have. Shit that needs to be contained in a special place and thrown away in a special spot so it don't touch something else and contaminate it and make it toxic. So that's the shit about ratchet, toxic shit. You know what I mean? It's a whole culture of that shit out here now that people subscribe to, and because they have nothing else to grab hold to, then that's what they do, and that's what they are. Tamika say, I'm 49 and never owned a pair of Jordans. Oh, okay, Rose Gold. Well, yeah, I was just explaining for the people in the back. I took the number down. That's why y'all not calling. My bad. Okay, what's going on with my graphics? What's going on, caller? Who's this and where you calling from?
Detroit.
What's happening? Hey,
Hey,
turn
I'm a
turn that device
ex
down in the back
CPS
so I
worker,
can
and
hear
I
you.
just wanted to comment on some of your stuff.
Okay, what you got to say?
Okay, which one, my phone or the spell phone?
Yeah, the one that
Pardon?
I can hear myself. I can hear the show in the background. So turn the show down in the background.
Okay, the showdown. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just calling in because I'm like I said, an ex CPS worker for many years,
Mhm.
and everybody want to say CPS fail a lot of people. I mean, but we get a lot of cases too,
Mhm.
and a lot of people do not call in when you got problems out there with these children. That call with the young lady at Greektown, that came from the hospital, and that was at its worst. We always get calls from the hospital. Most times that's where they come from, or sometimes a neighbor will call in, and we can only do what we get.
But you
If
have
you got
resources
people
to
that's
do.
going to take up for them and not tell the truth, absolutely we have resources, and I was one that I utilized mine. I'm going to hit criminal lien. I'm going to hit the other computers to know all who live in that house. I'm going to know who live in that house. I'm going to know where all the money is coming from. So if you hit to the court, you know who these dads are too. We are too and supposed to contact dad anytime we get referrals. We contact everybody because under CPS, we hold everybody responsible, mom and dad. And you should know, if you didn't know, what was going on with your children. Not to be mean, but that's just policy, and we have to do that. And when it comes to respite, no, regular parents do not get respite. Children with disabilities, like the one mom that called in and she has her child, and she hadn't seen them in a couple of years or a year and a half or so,
Mhm.
sure, she's entitled to respite because this is a 24-hour child that needs care. But she needs to either go and get a guardianship of this child because they have abandoned that child. You don't even know where your son is at, and you don't know where mom is at. There's money for that child. That child is getting a check. You go to the guardianship, you're going to get it all, and you're going to get medical, and you're going to get permission to care for this child. If they don't show up within a reasonable amount of time, you are allowed to adopt this child. When it comes to our population, and I've worked with all, number one, what the city needs to know is the state of Michigan moved all calls that you're calling in on up to Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids know nothing about Detroit. So a lot of them get tossed out before they even get down to Wayne County. That's not a CPS referral. But when you get stuff like this that hit the media, it tries to make CPS look bad, like
So
we wasn't doing our
the
job.
the headquarters for CPS in Michigan is in Grand Rapids.
All calls go to Grand Rapids, yes, which it shouldn't. But also, the police, I don't care what county you are in, you have the same authority as we have. If somebody call you about a child, to go out there and do a welfare check, and if we got the police with us, you are to get us in right then and there, especially if we hear somebody in the house. You are to get them to open up that door and let us in, and we have to see that child to make sure that the child is okay or what it's like going on in that house, what's going on.
That's interesting.
But I can tell you, in the different counties, I could be in a different county, they get there within 5 or 10 minutes. Wayne County, you might be sitting there waiting an hour and a half, 2-3 hours. That's not a priority down here. And if the child has to be removed, police can take them out that house right then and there also. But they don't like to do the paperwork. It does require a lot of paperwork when you remove people's children, but both scenarios, Oakland County and Wayne County, those children would have been out of their care. Not being mean, or not trying to tell you, probably going to look for a family member to try to take care of the child till they can get their stuff together. But we definitely would have been contacting Daddy. They come to know by. If you don't, we going to court. The kid's being removed, and you're going to be in court with me. It don't matter where you live at. I need you now because your kids need you. And this is only one case. We get cases like that all the time, children deceased or whatever, and it doesn't make the media. It's not a media case. And we can only do so much. We only have so many workers, and like someone jumped up and said, well, we got 3,000 plus homeless kids in Detroit, okay, Detroit Public Schools. If we don't have housing, we can go in our neighborhoods and see. It's been torn up by who? Who ripped these houses apart? Who took the copper out of them, the electrical, all of this? They're abandoned. They tear them down. There's no place for them to go. And me, myself, I worked under 4 governors, and I saw this coming because they first told you to go to work first. Get some kind of skills, some kind of education, some kind of training. We're going to help you do a resume. We're going to help you find a job. They said, no, we don't want that. So they cut your check off. Then the thing came where if you got a child that, I don't care if the child was 18 or 19, if you had 60 months, 5 years, again, if you don't come in here and get some kind of training, you're going to lose this check. They knew these things. It's a whole lot of homeless kids out there probably living in vans or wherever, and people is not calling in. They're not saying anything. If they don't say anything, we don't know. If the call go to Grand Rapids and they decide in Grand Rapids, well, that's not a CPS referral. We don't get it. I'm retired now, but still, it's been up there in Grand Rapids for a while. We thought it was a bad idea. How are they going to get our cases? Mm-hmm. They don't even live like us. They don't know us like that. It never should have went there. And, yes, we do. We do hold Dad responsible. Police might not, but when they come up on the CPS, it does. And you find a lot of parents or females, I'm not knocking them, they call in on the dad, but you're not letting them see it. But you can see through that. This is a friend of the court case. I'm not going to do that. I'm not finna, deny him any rights. I'm not finna substantiate him because it's a battle going on between the two of you, and you got to take it to friend of the court. They might say some crazy stuff that Dad's supposed to be allegedly doing to the child. That's not what's really happening. What you want is Dad to pay friend of the court, which is also destroys the black community. Instead of allowing Dad to take care of their child, be around their child, give you money, because when this child go to Dad need a house too. Dad need to have suitable living and be able to take the kids to McDonald's or to the park or have a car to pick them up, whatnot. But
yeah, but they don't give a shit about that. They don't give a shit about that.
Oh,
all they worried about is
I can only talk to them.
I want what I want from you because I've forced myself with the majority of responsibility. So since that, you have to compensate me because I forced myself with the majority of responsibility. That's all they worried about.
You can, but then the only thing is because you got so many systems, you got guardianship, you got friend of the court, you got CPS, and we're not all together. You know what I'm saying? Because like I just said, If I read through this and I feel like Dad is not doing this, I'm going to deny it out. You got an issue, take it over to friend of the court because you already have a friend of the court case. You're trying to get more money, and I'm not going to do that. Or you're trying to deny or have Dad's rights terminated so that he don't get to see the child at all. I'm not going to partake in that. So it's in our community, and what we need to do is the schools are crying out, get these kids in school. Excuse me. That's your rest period. If your child is in school 6 to 8 hours a day, how much more rest do you need? I did it. I worked. I had children. I even went back to school to learn some more to get a higher paying job. And it's how our mind frame is. No, you don't get tired once you have a baby. You got to take care of this child. That's your responsibility.
So,
Government programs.
What do you feel about? So it was a woman that called in yesterday, and she expressed the narrative of her comment was, well, a woman with 4 or 5 kids at home should be able to do whatever the fuck she want to do. Right?
Like what?
What do you feel about that?
No, you're not.
Huh.
You got a responsibility to take care of these children.
That's what I said. I said, how in the fuck? Right? See, that's the entitlement that some women have and shit. Like, oh, like you just supposed to be like just carefree. You got all these kids at home because you opted into the city. I'm not just saying you did it by yourself, right? But a lot of times, some of these women have 3 and 4 and 5 baby daddies and shit, right? So you definitely opted into that situation with bad coochie management, right? But now it's the world's responsibility to make you comfortable and let you do whatever the fuck you want to do because you got all of these kids in such a major responsibility that you put yourself in, that you put on yourself. That now everybody's just supposed to allow you to do whatever you want to do and give you whatever kind of freedom you want to do anything. And the kids is all their responsibility. The dads is supposed to take care of them. The mamas, the grandmamas, supposed to let the mamas. Since you gave birth, you did all of the work to give birth to all of these, and then this army of kids. Now you're just supposed to be able to do what you want to do. That's what that said to me.
No. It don't work like that because
at all.
When we go into a home, we talking to the mom. My expectations, I only have 30 days to work with you. Just like the scenario over in Oakland County. I had a case like that. I can't say positively, but I'm sure those children are mentally challenged some kind of way because they also haven't been to school in 3, 4, 5 years. She's getting a check on them kids. And someone should have noticed that they wasn't in school, but if the house wasn't as dirty as it wasn't with my case that I had. I'm giving you 48 hours to get these kids in school. Every last one of them. I had a 13-year-old that had never been to school, but they would take them up there to get tested, to get that paperwork to go to Social Security and get that check, and then they never went back. Every time they had a baby, they did that. And the case finally came around because the dad had physically abused the son some kind of way, and he was running out the house. So we get the call. And I go in there, and I find everything going on. No. I'm not talking to the grandmother. I'm not talking to the grandfather, nobody else, just you. And Dad was there, too. This is your responsibility. And if you don't get them in school, which I did help, and you better not put your hands on them anymore, I can say that. No more abusers, no more hitting, no more nothing. And if you miss a day of school, I'm removing the kids. If you put your hands on them, I'm removing the kids. Went through all that trouble. It took me a whole week. And the 13-year-old, the dad beat him up over the weekend. I took him off. I mean, you can't work in feelings and emotions like the mom in Greektown. That didn't just happen overnight. What's been going on prior to November when you first called?
Right.
It's many, many questions that we have to have, and the city is being sympathetic because it became a media case.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to make the city look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it was a lot going on before Mom got to where she was. This is a street talk that she was living with the dad's mom, and she put him out. Well, she had a mother, the grandmother, her 2 kids, and your 4 kids. I never would have let you in.
See?
Not with that many.
See?
That daughter got to separate from that mother because she's holding you down.
There you go.
Are they going to give them other children back? I don't know. You have to fight. If it was something like me, depending on what the autopsy say and what was you doing before you put in that garage at 1 o'clock, where were you at?
Yeah. And hopefully, God forbid, man, I hope them kids didn't pull up to the scene in that condition. You know what I'm saying? And this is all some kind of big cover up.
I don't know. If I was first thinking, that was the first thing that came out, carbon monoxide. But you got to wait on that autopsy because they're going to tell you when. And then again, you never know. I'm telling you, I've worked with them long enough that other counties, you know this mom is guilty. You know this family is guilty. This baby dead, deceased. But they'll tell you, you are going to deny that case. You're going to close it out. Because they're not going to let something like that hit the media. I'm surprised Oakland County allowed that case to hit the media, just like them. They were African Americans out there in Birmingham. Them 3 kids that burned up. You ain't heard nothing else about it. They told them to shut that case down. We haven't heard anything else. Oh, what the parents was at? Why was they left home alone? How long had they been there? What happened? How did the fire start? You're not going to hear about it.
It happened in Birmingham, Michigan?
Birmingham, Michigan, 3 kids they burned up in a fire. I think one was like 16. I'm sure something had to be wrong.
Send me that news. Send me that news article. It was recently?
Yeah. Less than like 3 weeks ago.
Send me that news article because I might be able to dig into that and see if some family members is somewhere on my friends list and connect some dots.
The parents, the mother and father was not there. They was not even at the house. Even when they put the fire out and brought the kids.
So was they black or
no
white?
One was able to. They were black. You're not gonna tarnish Birmingham like that. No. Remember the mom that the young lady walked up to the Tycom up there in Warren and called their mother down and started stabbing her, stabbed her about 12 or 20 times. They shut that down, but eventually I found out that girl didn't even do a day in jail.
Damn.
And they took it off the news. So, I mean, that doesn't make it right, but sometimes as workers, they will not let things go forward. They will shut it down. But on a real note, as a culture, a race, Wayne County, Detroit, get up and handle your business. There are programs out there. There's Section 8. There's low income. If you only got a minimum wage job and you got 3 and 4 kids, get on the list. I don't care if you got to leave Detroit. Get on the list. Get you a place to stay. They paying your light, gas, and your telephone. You can't go wrong. A lot of them is homeless because when the pandemic and different things come around, if you had your rent for $300, you wasn't paying that rent, but you was still getting your checks. And they down there, go down to the eviction court. I mean, it is loaded. And then they giving them a lawyer. But if you can't come up with that $6,000-$7,000 in back rent that you owe, that landlord, even the government is putting you out because you had to be responsible and pay those bills. And they didn't. Same way they wouldn't go to work first. They said, well, what you gonna do? They gonna cut your check. I'm gonna do something, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, but you still having babies, and from what I understand, the young lady in Greetown, you had been homeless prior many times, and then you went out and had another 2-year-old child. Why? That was your choice, and I feel sorry for you because look what happened. You lost 2.
Yep, but then they're gonna blame it on the dad. It was his fault for getting her pregnant.
Only under CPS do dad get blamed, and I know CPS is involved. I heard it to what extent, I don't know, but we have to hold both parents responsible. That's why it's like if you are a dad, fight for it. Take them to friends of the court. We don't want to be dealing with that. Why can't we just decide on, okay, well, if you need respite and you're tired, send it to me. I'll take them for a couple of days, then I'll send them back. But we're not conscious to use our own brain. We feel like I'm taking you to court. I'm calling CPS. I'm going to get a PPO on you. I'm going to do this. Stop the craziness. Stop it. Like the one lady that the sister is saying, she's cognitively impaired. She have 2 children. She used to stay with my grandmother before she died. She's with me, but she can't stay. I'm looking at it on TV. Her eyelashes look real good. You could tell she had that bonnet on her head. Your hair is done, but it looks like she about 2. Your child hair ain't even combed. Your other daughter's sitting there like, my mama lying. Then we living out of bags. You got the little dollar store bags and all their clothes in there. I didn't see the nails, but I know your eyelashes was done. How you gonna do that if you homeless? The other lady, they had everything.
Yeah, I was
Electronics,
about to
you
say.
couldn't
I was just
afford
about to
that.
say that. I was just about to say. You know, they
You,
said that they had everything, but they didn't have a house though. Like, so they didn't have nothing that they
nothing.
needed.
Right. It's not necessary. You can go to the library and use that stuff. You send them to school, and they have programs now. 4-year-olds go to school all day long. How you gonna wake kids up at 11 or 12? That's why I say I think it was carbon dioxide because it had you too. Y'all both happen to wake up because you can't sleep that comfortable in the cold for them many hours. We don't know until they actually say what the autopsy is, but it was neglect all the way around. It was you could have went over, you could have went inside a children's hospital and said one of your kids was not breathing right. Then you got somewhere to sleep all night long, and in the hospital lobby.
Yep.
If you knew you didn't have gas money and gas in that van,
Listen,
pull it up in children's hospital
that
and
was
go in
what
that
I
lobby.
said. That's what I said. The casino is maybe, I don't know, 3 miles from Children's Hospital, if that. So
Right.
why not go to the parking structure of the hospital, any of the
I'm
hospitals
going in
that's
the
down
lobby.
in that
I'm
area?
getting in the building. I got 4 kids. One of them going to be sick. I don't care what I say, but we going to sit in the hospital. But you didn't have no money. I know she got money coming in. She say she worked. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have any money coming in. I don't know. She was like, I'm paying for hotels and different things like this. Mismanagement. And this has been a cycle for you. If them kids hadn't passed, they would have took all 4 of them. You was going to work to get them back. I was a no-nonsense worker. I'll work with you if I give you A, B, C, D, or E. Like, go over to Salvation Army and see how much money they going to give you. Go over to DHS and see how much money they going to give you. Then, you go find the house. Call me when you get it, and I'll go check it out. If you find one, you got 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
We'll pay the first month rent, and then I got the letters from DHS and Salvation Army, all these other places that got money. And if you come back across my desk again like this, the kids belong to the state. But I helped you. I put you in a house. You could put people in a house. Well, I'm not going to say the ones I usually work with, they were successful. I never ran across one that said they was back out in the street or anything like that. But every worker is not the same. All of us old ones, they wanted us out. They wanted the new workers. These new workers can't hang. They don't have the knowledge. Because when you get a referral, you start assessing the moment you get it.
All right, sister, listen, we got another caller coming in, all right? We got another caller.
I just want to say stop blaming the CPS because we be doing our job out there. These are just media cases. Most of the stuff is nothing, a denial. It's a dispute between mom and dad or somebody that, something like that. Nice talking with you. I'll just observe. I like to observe you. I don't usually call in, but I'm tired of this. All right. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
And we lost the caller. We still took too long to get off. We still took too long to hang up. A lot of people's in the comments saying, hey, y'all don't hold the fathers accountable over there at CPS. That's not the truth. That's not the truth at all, some people were saying on both YouTube and Facebook. But, one thing that I could identify with as far as what she said in regards to CPS and their apparent failure with some people is the volume of how many cases they get. And I can relate to that, no different than the police, right? I'm one person, and I get hit with so many stories that people get mad at me, feeling like I failed them or ignored them because I wasn't able to tap into their situation. What's going on, Carla? Who is this and where you calling from?
This is Keisha again.
What's happening, Keisha, again?
I'm referring to the young lady just called in about child protective service, about me having 7 adult children that I raised birth by myself, took care to my grandson. Child protective service stepped in October. I promise to God. I really want to swear, but it's a sin. I'm not getting no funds. He has spina bifida. I was told up until this February, Mom still got checked, which was Social Security. I am registered with Kinship Care, but they started me off with Guardian. No. Take that back. Paternal rights. Well, no. it's the right where I get to only decide on his medical rights. Now, as of March 3rd, we're supposed to go to court. As in, I don't know what to take it. They said mom and dad only got to show up at court, not me and a child. I don't know what this is. And if the court could explain it to me, because I worked at MGM, I'm going to leave the absence of MGM right now. By him having spina bifida and the things that he has to go through, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go back to work or not. I applied for FIA, but they keep denying me. So if she could keep further talking or explain this situation to me, because right now I'm taking care of him out of pocket. Like I said, he's in a class right now. And when we meet, maybe you'll let it have 10 minutes to converse or just come see him or meet him, just so you can say, oh, she not lying. But my savings is really running out. I don't know what to do as far as I don't have a guardian yet. And they said without guardian, I call Social Security. I didn't know Grand Rapids was the headquarters. I've been reaching out for a resource. So when people jump into just getting a child, don't think it's for free. It's out of your pocket. It's out of until you find out the resources, and it's out of the love and the kindness of your heart. And if anybody that's on your platform that can explain it, not just to me or as in a whole that's going through this, I would appreciate it.
Well, I was just thinking to myself, as I told you earlier to reach out to me and keep in contact with me.
Yeah.
I need you to, whether it be right now or whatnot, inbox me and let me know who you are. And for the CPS
Yeah.
worker, I forget
I
your
am.
name. I forget your name, sister. I need you to inbox me as well, and I'm gonna connect
I
y'all two together
am.
so you can talk directly to her, maybe, and maybe she can connect
Yeah,
you
I
to some
need
resources
to.
that
I
you
need
can.
to.
Yeah. I'll connect you or
I,
any other
I
CPS worker.
really need to.
Yeah, that I can connect you to.
Because when we converse personally, I can tell you the people's names that I've been working with. I just don't want to broadcast it out loud, but I could show you paperwork. I could prove everything that I'm talking about. And like I say, and like I tell everybody, this is my first time in dealing with Child Protective Service, period. As of I hear, as of March the 3rd, we're going through court. I've never been to court on a child before. I don't know what to expect. But what Child Protective Service telling me that me and the child don't even have to show up, the parents. My question is, have y'all located the parents? And how y'all know the parents going to show up? And
Right.
then if the parents don't show up, what's going to go on then? So if people that's professional and can know the questions, not just you have, other people have, answer those questions too. Because don't just jump on an offensive note. I'm taking care of my grandson out of the kindness of my heart and out of my income without I know he get a check. They told me that in November of last year, sitting in my face, when Child Protective Service went on that computer and said, when the mom said she don't get anything, they slapped me in the face like, yes, he do. And when what mom do? Hung up the phone.
Yeah,
What my son do?
that's crazy.
My son was in disbelief because she been telling both of us he hadn't been getting no income. Not only not income, he getting all income, and she ain't took her to the doctor since 2022. So when we gonna get on your broadcast, let's talk realistic. Let's talk about not our personal experiences, but let's talk about in a whole. And that's what I like about you keeping it in a whole. What if? And what if? And what if? Because it's questions always have to be answered, and it's no dumb question. But in a situation like I am, I'm not getting no beneficial from CPS, kinship, you name it, chip, my resources are coming from me as a paternal grandmother. So I don't, because some people are not paternal grandmothers. I am a paternal grandmother. I had to learn that in life. And I could talk about my own personal story of raising 7 children, individual as single mom, but I don't want to do that. I want to bring it up to date. Because these children is the ones getting slapped in the face, not the adults, not the of age people. It's these children. Let's keep on coming in and conversing together and come up with a plan for these children. Aren't we tired of these children getting killed over gunshots? Aren't we tired of these children getting left alone? It's we're not
Yeah,
gonna be compatible or how I feel or how you feel. We're not gonna base your platform on or feelings. Put your feelings in disorder and flush them. If we gonna base, if we gonna entertain people platforms, positivity and help me, because maybe I don't know, but I know it's sources out here, but we have to convert to those sources.
That's why I said, make sure that you inbox me so I can know who you are, and
I am.
hopefully the CPS, any of the CPS workers is out there that's listening.
Anybody come out and help. Shit, just drop off some pampers to me. I'm
Yep.
gonna be happy. Drop
Yep.
off some pampers and wipes for a 6-year-old. I'm buying adult small pampers for a 6-year-old. Do that much for me. But they have not even stepped in to do that much, and they have been involved in our life since October, and this month is February. I don't know what's going on, but I know what I have to do as a mother and as a grandmother is take care of this child that didn't ask to be in this world, that's been abandoned by 2 parents. Oh,
Well, yeah,
because
like I
my
said,
son will never get, my son will never get no slack on this, ever.
well, yeah,
And some of these parents need to stand up. We're not friends with these people that we birth. We are responsible parties for these people. No. And they don't get no pay.
all right. Well, yeah, like I said,
But
I'm gonna
I'm
connect
going
you
to
with
keep
the.
on listening to you.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna
And I'm
connect you
not
with the
being
CPS.
competitive to no parlor. I'm not being combative. I just need help also. So keep putting the references out there, and we will catch on.
All right, sister, I appreciate you calling.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah, man. Like I said, man. And then we have that case right on top of the 4 that's in my inbox that's boiling right now, and possibly more because I see y'all sending me stuff right now in my inbox, and I don't want to check it because I don't want to disturb the stream. Uh, but yeah, man, it's case after case after case after case after case out here, man, and it's wild to me that it's so much of the same shit going on out here. And time after time, the same question is asked: What can we do to prevent this? What can we do to stop this? How did this happen? What's going on in the household? Where's the dad? Um, it's the same issue, the same questions to the issues. I just took the do not disturb off. I don't know if anybody was calling, but yeah, man, this is a widespread problem in our community with these kids and what's going on in these households. The systematic, the structure of these systems that's in place has to be revamped. These need to be realigned to the times, right? We still seem to be pigeonholed into a lot of old terms and conditions, old laws and shit that was in place years ago, old systems that's been in place years ago by people who designed them that had visions for a time that wasn't today. and things need to be reevaluated and restructured, redesigned. And some changes need to be made. How can they notice they wasn't in school when they stopped taking them was during the pandemic when everybody was at home school. They fell through the cracks. I don't know what kids you're talking about, Nikki Grant. But yeah, I can agree that there was a lot of kids that fell through the cracks during the pandemic when when everybody was basically forced to homeschool. If they can't get money out of the parents, CPS is not going to get involved. Yeah, these comments is lagging super behind. I see now. I'm seeing what people are commenting on. It's a super lag on the comments. Social Security for her grandson and medical for him. If I remember correctly, one of the kids called the fire department and said they were trapped and couldn't get out of the house. I think I do remember that story now that you said that, Rose. I think I do remember that story now that you said that one point. But yeah, man, like I said, man, as y'all see, man, it's like sometimes I have to take a break, man. I would like to take a break from all of the stories, man. I know I'm dependent on heavily nowadays, especially since the spotlight is on my platform because of recent stories that I've published and broke to the community or to social media, and just so happen to make mainstream and sometimes national news. I know the spotlight is on me, and there's a lot of people that's coming to me to put this story out and put that story out. And trust me, I really wish that I can put as much energy as I did into the Naziah Harris case, into every single story that needs that kind of attention. Um, but it's a lot of things that I have to get in place first with the platform, including a team to help me with this influx of traffic because y'all would not believe the amount of people on all of three of my pages on Facebook. The 7 Mile Radio page and both Mark D pages is just crazy right now with news stories. And I know it's a lot of people. I'm even seeing posts, and I know people don't mean no harm, man, but like I'm seeing situation after situation where people tag me in something, and in the comments somebody say something like, well, damn, I inboxed him and he didn't respond to me, or I inboxed me and he read it and didn't get back to me, or he inboxed me and he said that he was going to reply or he's going to get back with me and I never heard from him. Like it's hurtful to me, man. Like when I see y'all say that shit, like I'm purposely ignoring y'all, man. Like I have so many people, y'all would not believe. Um, you know, if it was somebody like my admins, like they done, I feel like they done tapped out on me for a minute and shit. My admins, they help me check the inbox because I understand for one thing they got lives and jobs and all of that type of shit, but it is just overwhelming. We talk about it all the time. They be like, Mark, like what in the hell? It is just so many people, just like, and it's just me, y'all. It's just me, and I understand that everybody feels like their situation deserves and needs the attention of the world. I understand that, and I know that my platform can get the attention of the world. But like, it's a lot of y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's only one me, and I hope y'all understand that and take that into consideration and give me grace when y'all contact me. And I may not be able to get back with y'all. Y'all know I got 2 kids of my own. You know what I'm saying? On top of the family and, you know what I mean, my mom and everybody else that I'm helping to take care of. It's a lot going on, way more than y'all would believe, to where y'all would, y'all already asked me when do I sleep. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me so much that it's probably hard for y'all to believe that I do anything else or I got anything else involved in my life than what y'all see me doing. But it's a whole lot more than what y'all see, trust me. But just like I said, just understand that I'm not ignoring nobody. I'm not trying to brush you off. It's not that I don't think your situation is big enough or important enough. It's just that I am swamped, right? Like y'all call me before y'all call the police now. Y'all call me before y'all call the ambulance. Y'all call me before y'all call the news. So imagine all of that, 3 uh, 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 um, elements combined, all on me at the same time with all of the other shit that I got on in my regular everyday life. Just give me some grace. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bullshitting around. I'm not, like I said, I'm not ignoring you. Just please be understanding. I wish that I can help everybody that actually needs the help. Some of y'all I can't do nothing about. Some of y'all just need to call the police. Some of y'all need to call the police or get a lawyer. You know what I mean? A lot of times. But what I will do, because I do see a influx of people who are in need of shelter, homeless people. You know what I mean? Specifically mothers with kids. I am going to do my best to gather all of the resources that I can, including Tamara Liberty Smith and her shelter that she is on the executive board of, trying to get all the resources that I can that is maybe outside of state-funded resources that could be utilized by people who are in need, because we see that it's a problem with the state-funded shit where they always exhausted. You know what I mean? It's too many people in there. It's not enough staff to handle the new people that want to come in. So they say that it's full, and it's really not full. They just don't have enough staff to handle the people that they got there already. So that's what I'm going to work on. Putting those resources together on the website to where when people contact me, I can just share a link with all of the contact information for people that can help them. So yeah. So let me see. How long have I been on here? I've been on here 2.5 hours. It is 2:45, almost 3 o'clock. I'm not sleepy, right? I'm not sleepy. But at the same time, I feel like I need to recalibrate the broadcast because um, I feel like the stream is lagging on both YouTube and Facebook. I feel like the stream is lagging on both YouTube and Facebook, and it is hard for me to not only keep up with the comments on one stream, but both of them, and keep up with conversation because people are speaking on things that I said 5-10 minutes ago, and then people have told me that I have the kung fu effect where my mouth and my words are not aligning up. So I really want to fix it. So plus it's almost 3 o'clock, and I want to see if I can catch Subway before it closes. Uh, and if it's not, then I might have to get me a grilled chicken pita or a steak hoagie. But I'm going to be up for a minute. So if you are going to be up for a minute, I may be back. I'll come back. I really just want to go grab me something to eat real quick. And yeah, inbox me if you want tickets to the meet and greet. Okay, we have the meet and greet on March the 1st at a private location. When you get your tickets, you'll know the location. Okay, $10 for the subscribers, $20 for everybody else. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and put this event together on the 1st, and we're gonna probably keep it going. We may do a meet and greet once a month if everything goes good. We may do a meet and greet once a month. So if you want to take, and I got a big announcement. That's what I wanted to say. I have a big announcement for this first meet and greet. So you might want to be there for it. And it's a special reason why you would want to be at this one, as opposed to waiting to hear about it afterwards. So, and I don't know if I'm going to stream it live. I'll probably be too busy having fun and kicking it with people to be walking around with a camera on live stream and reading comments and shit. So that's the whole purpose of a meet and greet, for y'all to come out and for us to kick it in person. So yeah, I might not stream, I might not go live during the event, unfortunately, unless I go live in my subscriber group for a minute just to show y'all what's going on. But I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there. Shout out to everybody who bought tickets. We had quite a few ticket sales today, as I was sending out the link to the inbox people on my last post about it. But yes, props to my mom, man. I love my mom. I definitely love my mom. I wouldn't be shit without my mom. As crazy as she is sometimes, I wouldn't be shit without her. Maybe you need the power of attorney while you work on guardianship. She talking about the grandmother with the son's child. Just off cases Mark I've listened to is bullshit. So yeah, I'm about to jump off here for a minute. Let's take a quick break. Maybe y'all will come back, maybe y'all won't. But like I said, I'm not sleepy right now. I actually had just woke up from a nap. That's part of the reason why I came on here late. I was supposed to get on here at 10 and would have been off by midnight. But you know, it is what it is. You should auto get guardianship if they don't show up. If I'm not mistaken, that's what happened to someone I know. I see and understand that. You're doing a great job. So listen, I'm gonna be back, man. I'm gonna put the collection plate up there again, man. Y'all ain't showing me enough love. I don't think y'all want me to get the news van out the hospital. That's what I think. I think y'all like, Mark, fuck you and your van. You don't need to. We don't need to help you with that. Why we need to help you with that, Mark? That's your van. We got to get our own car at the shop. We got our own. I know that. I know that. Everybody just send me a dollar. You ain't got to send me $20. You ain't got to send me $20. Everybody send me $1. It's enough for y'all to make an impact on the hospital bill for the news van. Don't y'all miss the field trips? I don't think y'all miss the field trips. That's what it is. I got to take more field trips when I get back on the road with the news van. So y'all can understand the importance of the news van and its impact on the platform in the community. I feel like I need to put that damn van in the museum now. All of the damn stories I done did over the last 3 years. Probably got 200 signatures in the top of the van. So yeah, I'm about to jump off here. Like I said, I only got 10 minutes now. I'm definitely not about to catch Subway. So chicken pita it is. Steak hoagie. So if you want to come to the meet and greet, if you want a ticket to the meet and greet, inbox me for your tickets. YouTube, I really need to figure out how to communicate with y'all on YouTube individually for me to give you information, give you content. I did see where I have a forum or something on YouTube where I can post on there, so I gotta see how that works. But anyway, hit me up if you want tickets to the meet and greet. And I'll be back in a minute. Hopefully, if this chicken pita don't put me to sleep. But I'm not sleepy right now, so I should be straight. So hold it down. I'll be right back. Go grab some grub, and I'll see y'all in a minute.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
LSD Production.